DYFU.
I went and saw Amanda at Cream and Coffee.
What? In Skinny Atlas?
Skinny Atlas.
Oh my God. You get around, Beth.
I know. I feel like I don't, but lately I do.
You do. You get around.
And I found myself in Skinny Atlas, and I was like, I think Amanda's shop is around here someplace.
Yes.
And I found it. In fact, when I Google mapped it,
Yes.
it was 200 feet away. So I was like, well, I guess I better stop in.
Delight of delights.
So I just wanted to say hey to a loyal listener.
Yes.
And your shop was beautiful. And anyone who's listening nearby Skinny Atlas, stop in.
And if you're not nearby Skinny Atlas, then too bad, because it's not spelled the way you think it is, and you'll never find it.
But if you are able to find it, she had some nice homemade ice cream. I tried the peanut butter cup chocolate. For
delightful
myself.
and classic.
Yep. So anyway, I just wanted to mention it.
So you had cream, not coffee?
True.
You had ice cream and not coffee. Mm-hmm. Were there bagels?
I didn't see any bagels.
There was a time when somebody gave Amanda some shit for not having more
Food choices.
when she had freshly baked, steaming delicious bagels on her counter, along with homemade ice cream and carefully concocted coffees.
Yeah, she had sent that in as a Today in Retail.
Yes.
And we'd like to encourage everybody to send us their Today in Retails. I have a Today in Retail to share with you. I don't know. Do you have any?
There is a fresh Today in Retail from another shop that shared on our threads today, which made me chuckle, and it has to do with farting in stores.
Okay.
So go check out our threads account. What's your story, Beth?
Well, now I'm thinking about this lady who just farted in my store, like at the sales counter. She really let one rip.
At the sales counter?
Yeah. I think it was an accident, so I didn't say like, whoa, that's rude. But I did notice it.
You didn't say, boy, howdy. You really know how to crack one.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Probably good.
I mean, it was awkward. So I just kind of kept talking.
I think that's the move. I think you have to, like, professionally, I think you have to just keep talking if you really want
that.
But
Didn't smell that.
How hard is that? Sometimes I feel like that's worse. I feel like if we all just acknowledged it and moved on, it would be better.
Normalized it?
Yeah,
yes.
Let's normalize professional farting. All right, what you got?
Okay, you haven't heard this yet, and it's a doozy.
Oh, boy.
Several weeks ago, a woman contacted me via the internet, and she said that a friend of hers was getting married, and they were having a bachelorette party in Geneva, downtown Geneva. The
Love
bachelorette party was going around town to the different shops, and since this person couldn't attend, what she wanted to do was buy a book from me that she thought the bride would like.
Okay.
And have me write an inscription in it and have me wrap it.
Oh.
So when the bride came by, I could just hand it to her as a little gift. Yeah. Which I thought was a great idea.
Charming.
So the gift giver gave me plenty of time to get this all together, write the inscription, wrap it up, and it's been sitting in my store waiting for some weeks to give to this bride.
Okay.
So the night before the bachelorette party was due to stop by the store, the gift giver contacted me again, just checking in to make sure everything's okay.
Ducks in a row. Yeah. This girl seems organized.
Oh, definitely.
Love
definitely.
this.
And I thought it was a really sweet idea, too.
I do, too.
So she's like, okay, the bachelorette party, you're the first stop on their list, and they'll be there around noon, and I just wanted to make sure that you were all set to go. And I was like, everything's cool.
Cool.
I'll be in the store.
Yeah, so
I'll handle it.
Boots on the ground.
Yep. So you can trust me.
Right. I'll release the doves and all will be well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it was a little bit later than noon, maybe around 12:15, 12:20, that clearly a bachelorette party.
Oh, boy.
All the attendees dressed in versions of blush pink.
Ooh.
And the bride wearing a cute little white dress and some sparkly shoes. And
was there a sash?
there was not a sash this time.
I like that though. Classy.
Yep. But they looked around, they shopped, they liked the store, and I like kind of gave them a minute to settle in and enjoy themselves and chit chat.
Of course.
Eventually I approached them and I said, "This looks like the bachelorette party."
Oh,
and
you.
They said, "Yes."
Oh my God.
And I said, "And you look like the bride." And she's like, "Yes." I said, "I have a surprise for you." So I went in the back and I got this beautifully wrapped book.
So
and I was
pretty.
like, "Here you go." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank you so much." And all the bridesmaids and the attendees were like,
Squealing.
yes. And everybody was thrilled.
Oh my God.
And they laughed. And I felt like, oh, that's a load off because this has been in preparation
hanging over your
for
head?
weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to mess it up.
Right.
And then about, 45 minutes later, a bachelorette party comes in.
Bethany.
You can tell where this is going.
Oh, I feared this would be the case. No.
So I just pretended like everything was okay.
Yeah.
Because the gift giver had said they'd be in around noon. So I was like, okay, it is now after 1.
It's 1 o'clock.
And so I'm like, I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
I'm just going to settle down and not have any secret,
freak out
fearful
that
thoughts.
there's 2 bachelorette parties that have come through on the same day around the same time. Mm-hmm. Who's messing with you?
I don't know, Marilla, but you can guess that I had accidentally given the book to the wrong bride. And I found this out when one of the the second bachelorette party, one of their members
came up
to me and whispered, secret, "Don't you have something for the bride?" And I said,
yeah.
"Yes, give me just a second.
Just a moment of your time."
Right. Because I'm going to quick go out on the sales floor.
Right.
I'm going to quick grab another copy. I'm going to quick write another inscription in it. I'm going to quick wrap it.
Oh.
And so I said, "Give me just a few minutes.
Yep.
I'll be right back."
Yeah.
So I ran out onto the sales floor and found out that we had sold out of the book that the person wanted.
Oh my God, Beth! I feel like peeling my skin off right now.
Yeah.
And is that? I imagine that's how you felt.
That's how I felt. So then I had to find that one, and we're whispering, right? The bride's right there. I'm trying not to give away the secret or the surprise. So I explain what happened, and I say, I'm going to go and try to find that other bridal party.
You're kidding. You are. Oh my God. Okay.
While the second group was shopping in my store, I was like, maybe they're at another store downtown.
Right.
So I ran across the street to Earthly Possessions.
Yeah.
And then I ran to Finger Lakes Goods. And then I ran to Morgan Laurent. And then I ran down to your neck of the woods on the other side. And I was like, in fact, I did look in your store.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if one of your employees saw me
Was it
zip
Saturday?
in and zip out. Yes.
Oh, I was there with my 2 babies.
No, last Saturday.
Oh, last Saturday. Okay.
So
you're running and running and running.
Yeah.
All of that's for the listener. She's covered 3 blocks, 3 city blocks now. While customers are in your store.
Right.
Oh my God. I'm so sweaty right now.
Okay.
I'm so sweaty.
So I get back to the store and I explain to the person who had asked me for the gift. I'm whispering, "I'm so sorry. I can't find the other bridal party. I don't have any more copies. I can't. There's no way I can solve this right now.
Right. I cannot make it right.
Yeah.
You've done everything.
I said, "Do you want me to wrap a different book? Do you want to pick a different book off the sales floor?"
Yeah,
and I'll
anything. Anything
Yeah.
I have. Me.
Yeah.
Take me. I have 1 daughter.
Okay, so the person who was in the know about the missing gift said, "Just call me when it comes in. When you reorder it, it comes in. Call me, and I'll make sure to get it to her because I live nearby and I can get it to her."
Okay.
So I was really disappointed with myself and the whole effort. And I ended up writing to the gift giver. And I was like, I'm so sorry that this didn't work out.
Yeah.
I apologize. I never, ever foresaw 2 bachelorette parties being in my store at the same time.
Right.
And I emailed her and I sent it off. And, at the end, I'm like, thank you for understanding.
Of course.
I'm so sorry. I'll do what I can.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the gift giver is writing to me through Facebook messages. And she says, she got the gift. She loved it so much. Thank you for all your hard work. So I was very, very confused.
What is happening? Who's messing with you? I ask again. Mm-hmm. What?
Well, it turned out that I think that it all came out in the wash in the end, which is why I can talk about it on the podcast now.
Okay.
But
please walk me through this.
The bachelorette party attendee who knew about the missing gift didn't want the gift giver to know that it hadn't worked out. So she was trying to smooth it over and be like, yep, it all worked out. Because she was going to get the book. Because
she was going to get it
and give it to the bride. She was going to take care of it.
Good friend.
So she's like,
peacemaker.
We worked everything out and it was great. And
we had a great day.
Yeah, we had a great day.
Thanks for being so thoughtful.
But I had already blown that when I wrote my big thank you for understanding apology email.
And you sent it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it
was sent.
Send it. Oh, no. But she hadn't seen it when she messaged you that it was all great. And thank you so much. Okay.
Yes.
So then what happened?
So then I just closed my store and retired.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
I don't. You lit the fire and you just started walking, right?
Just a series of gave it to the wrong bride. Was sold out of copies, wrote a letter of apology. Like every move I made to do the right thing turned into the wrong thing. Search the town. And it was very discouraging, I would say.
Well, I would say that qualifies as discouraging.
But anyway, that was it today in retail. The happy ending is...
Okay, all right. Lay it on me. We need something here.
I was downtrodden.
As one would be. Yes, as we all are listening.
And when the gift giver realized that this was a big comedy of errors, like I remember I got a buzz on my phone. I opened the message. I was standing in the aisle of Wegmans because I was so concerned about this that I saw a message come in from her and I read it in the cereal aisle.
In the cereal aisle, right.
And she's like, well, isn't this so funny?
Oh, God, I love people like that.
How could you ever guess that 2 bridal parties would come into your store at the same day and nearly the same time? That's just so funny. And what a weird coincidence. She was so understanding about it.
I love that.
To all the customers in the world who have, fries instead of chips, even though they've asked for chips.
Yeah.
Somebody's messing up, but it's not necessarily intentional.
No.
And thank you to all of you customers who are understanding and patient.
Maybe they ran a country mile after a bachelorette party.
It was tough. It was hot.
Wow, and, it was hot.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But you know what? Okay. As awful and as oh my God, that is just as sweaty as that sounds for many reasons. It's also such a testament. I'm not trying to gas you up here, as the kids would say. But for so many reasons, that story is why I love small businesses. Is because you can't call Walmart 3 weeks ahead of time when the bachelorette is coming through and have them write your inscription handwritten and do blah, 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 wrap it up, give it to the wrong bride. You can't have
and then have an employee run out of the store and all over town.
Okay. Not to gas you up, but not an employee, Beth. The owner of the establishment leave their establishment and run all over town. That is just the above and beyond
Of small business.
Of small business. That is, in a way, while it was traumatic for you, beautiful in the larger scope of small businessville.
Okay, so now I feel gassed, which
Yeah.
leads directly into your fart story. Do you have that?
Yeah.
How's that for a...
Yeah, we can.
Connection.
It was a great connection. Actually, we got this submission from Cassie at Total Recall
hello,
in
Cassie.
Geneva, New York, and it just cracked me right up. She says, today in retail, it felt like there is some kind of TikTok challenge out where people have to fart in a store without buying anything. That's insulting.
We
tough.
understand, Cassie.
It's tough out there. Yeah, it's tough out there. The only thing tougher is when you need to relieve yourself and then someone walks in immediately.
Yes.
Worst.
Yes.
Not great. You could be no one in your store all day.
Do you close?
Fart?
No. Oh, no.
Oh.
Actually, to actually poop. Because I know somebody who would always be like back in 5 minutes. Or
I
back
close.
in 10 minutes.
I do.
You do?
I do.
No, I just take a chance.
You leave the door open?
Yeah. First of all, I'm too ladylike to ever poop.
First of all. So you keep the door open with one foot out the door so they can see, I'm here.
Just a minute.
Only occasionally on the slowest of days have I not locked up.
Really?
I want my moment.
Do you put a sign up, a BRB sign, or you just
Yeah,
let
I say
people...
back in 5. No, I put a sign up that says I'm pooping. I'll be right back. No, but I should. Or just the little poop emoji. 5 minutes.
That'd be actually pretty funny.
It would be. Can you print me one?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm making a note right now.
Please and thank you for understanding.
Emoji.
5 minutes sign.
5 men. The TYFU.
Yes, we need it on our... It's merch. It's TYFU merch.
Oh, Lord, this is going on the website?
Yes. It's a little plaque that you can hang up for when you need it.
I actually can make those at my store. I'm
I know
picturing
you can.
how to do
Why
it
do you
now.
think I'm... Yeah, I'm selling these. What is it going to cost? $8?
Not much, yeah. I bet I could do it for $8.
All right, you heard it here first. Go to tyfu.com for your poop emoji back in 5 minutes plaque.
All right, I'm making a note. To make that note.
All right, sounds good.
Marilla, if I was looking for a fun vintage outfit, where would I go?
Well, I got to tell you, Beth, I found a fabulous watermelon colored jumpsuit.
I've seen that jumpsuit. I have a picture of you in that jumpsuit because it looks so fabulous. I'm like,
it looks so
stop, let me
fabulous.
get my phone out and snap a couple.
I got that watermelon jumpsuit at a place called Total Recall in Geneva, New York.
Oh, owned by Cassie.
Yes, it is a very intriguing shop.
It is a very intriguing shop. Like when you walk in,
There is a tentacle.
there's a tentacle sprouting out of the ceiling
And a desk.
and like a little haunted office space.
A spooky little bookshelf that slides out of the way.
And once you slide that bookshelf out of the way,
you might find a watermelon jumpsuit.
exactly right, and so much more.
She has dresses. She has a great selection of like jeans and pants, which I think are very hard to find in the thrifted world, and vintage blankets and Afghans.
And toys and knickknacks and books that you won't find in any other shop. I can tell you that for sure. Last time I was there, I performed a hex at the hexing station and bought 3 stickers.
Oh, how delightful.
Also went into the back room.
The retail space isn't even the half of it.
Right in the back, there's a room full of board games.
That you can rent out
Yes.
with your friends. Picture this. You don't want to clean your house, but you really want to play a game of Clue.
Yeah. Or anything else.
Or
there's
anything else.
Dozens and dozens and dozens of board games there.
You can head down to Total Recall, rent the space for an hour or two, and have a game night with your friends. There's a jungle room. that has lava lamps and metallic walls.
Yes.
Yeah, you could really get like 70s, like, ooh, wow, have that kind of a party.
And then
We can't ignore it any longer.
this is my favorite part, though, personally.
There's an arcade, which you might have detected because Kelly Walker will not stop playing pinball in the background.
Yeah, it's a good time. And you can spend a lot of time there and not spend a whole lot of money.
Yeah, it's something for everybody. You don't have to be 18 plus to go. You can bring your kids. It's a great space for the community.
Yeah, it's so unique. It's so different. It's visionary, really.
Yeah.
And Cassie is a visionary, doing a great job over there, and we're lucky to have her in our community. I should mention this. Last year, I got my kid a gift certificate.
Ooh.
Right? Because she loves to thrift there and play the games and hang out. So, gift certificates available.
Check out Total Recall in Geneva, New York. Do we have anything to talk about today?
Yeah, I
Is
think
there an
we haven't
envelope on the table?
actually have an episode. And is it your turn? I think it's your turn.
I think you're right. It is.
Okay.
Did you hear the dangle of my earrings, Kelly Walker? A little ASMR, not the chewing kind. How about that? I am ripping the envelope. What a delightful tear.
Yeah.
Just
Your
love that.
pinkies were up.
Yeah, the pinkies were up. Yeah, love that. All right, what we have in here is, I can't read the handwriting. You read it, Beth.
Oh. Hold on. I don't have my glasses on. Sales floor strategy.
Oh,
Sales floor strategy.
sales floor strategy. This sounds almost like a business podcast. Almost.
Well, the flower shop that we are endeavoring to run together.
Aforementioned.
We got in there together and we took stock of the sales floor.
Yes, which was a funny moment because we were in there on Sunday, our day off. It was Joe, my husband, and I had gone down for just a second to grab something. I don't remember. And then, of course, I'm texting Beth, we should do this, and we should do this, and we should do this, and we should do this. And Beth goes, are you there right now? I'm coming.
Yes.
So on Sunday, neither of us have time because we're all spending time with our families and not worrying about work. We were in a dark storefront. And we were standing there talking about like what we were going to do. Oh, well, we should do this. And I think you said, Beth, you know, when we start moving things around, we need to do this. When we get to the point where we're starting on this or something like this. And it just struck me. I was like, well, we've started.
Yes, we're
starting.
actually in the store.
We're in it. Like, it's ours. We're in it. We're allowed to move it.
Well, I know, but I think it took a second because we are still thinking of it. I am anyway, sort of as someone else's business.
Yes.
And you want to be respectful of all the decisions that they've made, and you don't want to just go in there and
tear it all apart.
Yeah, of
and
course.
Not that we're tearing it apart, but I totally get that. It almost feels like there's like a reverence
yes,
to the years of intention that have been put into the space. And it's like, are we allowed?
yes.
Are we allowed? But yeah, the paperwork is signed. We're allowed. In fact, now we are obligated to
Not doing it is actually the wrong decision.
the wrong decision. And so it was such a funny, like, ice-breaking moment to just stand there and go, okay, well, let's move something.
I know.
And
Yeah,
and we
actually,
did,
now I'm looking
right?
back on it because you're like, do you want to move this here? I was like, I don't know. Do you want to move this here? I don't know. We talked about,
Yeah.
do we actually touch this?
Yes.
For like 5 to 10 minutes before we touched
Before
it.
I was like, wait a minute, we can just move something. Let's just move something. And we did. And we were then I want to say we were in there for like 40. It was the fastest 45 minutes of my
I could have
life.
stayed all day
Me?
if I didn't have to go to Skinny Atlas.
Ooh, if we didn't have to go to school. Yeah, like honestly, the hours just melt away. And that is the most fun part of that is like, oh, okay, what's the best way to do this and way to do that. And here we are with the topic for this week.
Well, that's what inspired it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, because it is the most fun, but it's also pretty serious.
Yeah.
And
Most consequential.
yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
You can't, every decision that you make is made with a reason. It's not just shopkeepers that feel this, of course. When I was in Cream and Coffee last night, Amanda had hired a designer to make really specific decisions about the layout and the design of her coffee shop.
Right.
And if you're, this sounds aggressive.
Just
But
say it.
no
Be
matter
aggressive.
what business you're in, you need to think about making a welcoming environment for your clients.
Right.
Like even if you are a car mechanic and you have a waiting room, you need to be thinking about things.
I love a mechanic's waiting room. Like, doesn't that just bring... Doesn't that just
You
bring...
can smell it right away, right?
You can smell it, you
Yeah.
can feel it. And
Yeah.
that makes me wonder, if I'm opening a mechanic shop, do you kind of tap into that lore and culture and kind of like put a mussy
Of course.
pile of magazines?
Well, I would straighten them.
You would
But-
straighten them?
Yes.
I think that's against the mechanic lore, but okay.
Well, whatever you do, mechanics, do it with intention.
Yes.
That's the point.
Yes.
Like you have to think about the customer experience while the customer's there.
If you're going to have a pile of 10-year-old magazines in your
Yes.
waiting room, make sure you do it. Make sure it's there for the design.
That's not what I'm saying, yo.
I just like that idea.
Are you thinking about who it is that's waiting?
Right.
Just because you're into cars
Right.
doesn't mean that your client who's picking up their car is into cars. So you might want to think about having a magazine that would appeal to, the mom
Yeah.
who's got 2 kids in elementary school, or the retired guy who's into golf. This is what I'm saying is like, think about the variety of people who are coming into your space.
This is so funny that we landed on mechanics for this, because it makes me think of a business, and I'm going to have to look it up to see where it is. But it is a mechanic shop that I believe it is woman run, and in the waiting room, you can get your nails done while you wait. Right?
That's some next level stuff.
That's some next level thinking of your customer. Because, like waiting for your car to get done, like
You got some time to kill.
you got some time to kill.
Like an oil change. If it's
So
like,
they have a salon that's under the same roof as the auto shop. Mm-hmm. And I know you can get your nails done. I'm not sure if they have hair there as well. Mm-hmm. You can get a pedicure. Mm-hmm. And that's all synonymous with the auto shop and the car.
Interesting.
Yeah. So thinking about like intention and thinking about your customer, like they kind of leaned into one particular customer there. But I just thought that was so fun and interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've sort of they've broken the quote unquote rules about what an auto shop is like.
Yeah.
And probably they have a bunch of really delighted
I wish it was in our
customers.
town. Next business. I'll look it up. And I'll tag them. And if they're still around, and we'll give them a shout out. But that's a very intentional choice that took a lot of work and design.
Mm-hmm. I'm just not saying like you don't have to straighten the magazines. You just have to think about the customer experience. And
Right.
that's what we're trying to do while we're designing a sales floor. But we also have to be meeting customers' needs at the same time as we're meeting our own needs.
Yeah, meet the customer needs at the same time that we're tickling our own aesthetic cravings.
But also profit generating.
Right.
Like ultimately,
Well, right.
you can do anything you want in your store, but it has to earn you money.
If it doesn't, then you don't have a store.
Right. So
it's a 3-pronged we just mapped out.
okay, explain it to me.
The customer experience.
Yes.
Expressing yourself
Yes.
aesthetically
Yes.
and the brand, and your bottom line.
Yes.
Like, will it turn over? The holy trinity of sales floor design, if you will.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. So what are we going to do? What's going through your mind as we're like approaching this? Like when we were in the space on Sunday, we made some choices to what we're doing right now is since we're taking over an existing business and revamping the retail portion of it, we have like a smattering of what I would say leftover retail. Would you? Yeah. From
There
the previous
are some
owner. Yeah.
products left behind that we are absorbing into our own version of the new retail floor.
Right. And so, for the listener at home, think a little wreath for your door. Think a little flower pot. There's maybe a trinket here and there. That,
teddy bears.
Teddy bears. Yeah. So, it's a huge storefront with just a handful of merchandise in it right now. A lot of empty shelves because we're getting ready for the new guard. So we were trying to figure out, okay, how do we make this just in this interim when someone comes in? How does this look appealing just for now? Like, it's not going to be what it is, but like, how can we work with what we have? And it felt good to kind of do that exercise. For me.
Yeah. But now we have to choose new product and a new layout and potentially reuse old fixtures or invest in new fixtures. We want to think about, movement around the store. We want to think about lighting. We want to think about seasonality. We now officially own the business.
Right.
But we haven't made a big to-do out of it yet. We haven't launched. We haven't announced anywhere other than this podcast.
Correct.
So
don't tell anybody, guys.
It's just between us and you.
Yeah. But the method to just sharing it here is it then gives us time to it's not like having a grand opening where you're not open yet and you just have to make all these decisions and kind of send it on grand opening day and hope that they all work. What I'm intrigued with about this sales floor challenge is that if we're not making our grand announcement yet, we have a little bit of time to fiddle with stuff and play with things and see. I almost wish I could just this sounds creepy, but I want to have a camera and just watch that one straggler person come in and see how they wander.
Well, this reminds me of this book that I told you to read a million years ago, Why We Buy. Did you ever read it?
I did. I read most of it, I think. Maybe I finished it. Yeah.
But they had secret shoppers in stores.
Ooh.
And they would watch how people moved throughout a store. This is an older book now. It's 25 years old.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from it. And one little tidbit from the book is that most people move to the right when they walk into a store. This guy had a team of people just
he had a fleet
spying on shoppers.
Spies. Maybe this will be us one day. When we're writing our book, we send out our fleets to do research. Oh, how
and just
cool.
if people can touch something or it has certain sort of tactile qualities, how much more likely they are to buy it.
Yes, I do remember that. That stuck with me. If you have to pick it up and look at the price tag on the bottom, there's a small percentage increase that you're going to buy it if it's in your hand already. Of course, it's not foolproof, but it is interesting. The psychology of sales floor is fascinating.
There are things that when people are laying out stores, they do to manipulate this. If you go into one of the, let's say a chain store, they're putting a shorter table right at the front and they're going to layer it higher and higher as you go back so that you can kind of take in the whole store at one time.
Right.
And get a visual on it. You're never going to see a tall fixture right there
in the front.
Yes.
Right. Think about all the mall stores you've ever been in. Low table in the front with things folded. And then on the back wall, things are hung up all the way to the ceiling.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, it's not an accident.
Yeah.
We take it for granted, like, duh, of course it's going to look like that. But somebody has thought about that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Somebody's even studied it.
Somebody has studied this.
Merchandising, I
this?
guess. Yeah, it's merchandising.
Is that a degree?
I think so.
I didn't go to college. I don't know. I was homeschooled. I didn't go to college.
And yet you're limping by, Marilla.
Yep. Limping by, lame duck over here. Here we taking a crack at another sales floor.
Well, what's important to you as we pick and choose product for, like, we have to do some major buying over the next couple of weeks to fill this store up for kind of, I think this is another thing, not to tangent, but when you're buying for a store, you're always thinking like 3 months ahead, really, like depending. You're
so
not
good at that.
Maybe you're not, Marilla, because you have staples, and Marilla's Mindful Supplies has staples.
Right.
You order it when you run out of it.
We are more anchored. Our stock is more anchored. Yeah.
But I'm thinking, and gift shops are thinking, like, what do I need 3 months from now?
Right.
So I can start shopping for it. So I can start thinking about how much money I have, like what's sold down from summer that I need to replace, or in the fall, what's sold down for fall that I want to stock up on for the holidays.
Yeah.
What kind of room do I have to manipulate?
It's something I'm interested in because I've not dipped my toes into that, and I'm looking forward to learning from you in that, because I could work more of that into my current store, but I don't. I don't think I could have when I started, because I do think that is a little bit of an experienced shop's game. Like you said, you have to know that you're going to have enough money in the bank to refresh your inventory every 3 months if you're going to play the seasonal game. And, when I started, yes, my store has staples, and yes, we have anchor goods that you always need: toilet paper, Christmas, Halloween, all those holidays. But I also couldn't afford, when I started, to
play
freshen. Yeah, I couldn't afford to play when I had first started. So I'm excited to kind of learn how to play more, because we're more established at Marilla's now. So we could get a couple seasonal things, and we can kind of play around with those ideas. And so, yeah, I'm excited to be the grasshopper in this.
Well, of course, the risk of buying seasonally is that you're going to get stuck with it.
Right.
And so it does require kind of an established foot traffic and customer base.
Right.
To have the confidence that you're going to be able to sell it. But bigger stores than ours, they'll buy in January for Christmas next year.
Oh, I know. Well, not for nothing, but the flower shop part of this business, if I'm not mistaken, in talking to the team, they decide what their Christmas arrangements are going to be in very, very early February. I think after Valentine's Day or after Mother's Day. They sit down, decide what it's going to be, and get everything in order.
Wow.
So, that's how much of a lead time, and that's perfectly reasonable, I think. But for me, I think, well, what if I don't like it by the time Christmas gets here? Like, what if I buy all my Christmas stuff and then there's all this cute stuff that I want instead? It's tough.
Yeah, you have to commit.
Yeah.
Literally, financially. You have to make a financial commitment.
Yeah.
Way ahead of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your strategy? Well, what's our strategy?
Yeah, you're in this. You're on this raft with me.
I know. I just want to be. I think I'm so worried that I'm just going to want to run away with it all that I have to remind myself to be deferential. This is part of the partnership.
You don't have to remind yourself that much. I do have 4-month-old twins, and some other things on my plate. So what? If you feel like running away, you just let it rip a little bit.
Well, what's important to you, though? I can let it rip once I know. More fully what's important to you.
I think something that's important to me about a sales floor and the beauty and the mystery of a sales floor is I want to walk into a space and I want to feel completely immersed in the brand and It's almost like you just walked into Narnia through the wardrobe.
Yes.
You know, and you know what's a good example of this that is a chain? Maybe they're still alive. Think about Claire's. Right? When you walk into a Claire's, you are in Claire's land. Mm-hmm. Like everything is Claire's, and somehow
you're not confused about what story you're
not confused about what story you're in, and somehow you kind of want stuff.
I know. Even
I
though
don't
it's like this
Claire's.
is tacky.
I don't.
This is. I won't talk about Claire's in a negative way.
You said tacky. I
did
heard
say
you.
tacky.
But no, I think that's kind of a vibe. Like
Yeah, that's what they're going for. It's not an insult.
It's not an insult. It's like they know who they are. They know who their customer is, mm-hmm. and they're so thoroughly that brand that when you walk in, you get sucked into the joy of like the just gigantic sequins, tacky plastic headbands and like stick-on earrings that are jewel toned. Like there's just something about it that it just gets to you when you're standing there. Candy mm-hmm. shops are a lot like that too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You might not have a sweet tooth, but when you're in the midst of Candyland,
I need a Good and Plenty all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, you're like, yeah, it's been a long time since I had that. A Mary Jane. I don't even like Mary Janes. But right, that's kind of what I'm hoping, like in the abstract, mm-hmm. to create a space that really feels like, okay, I'm walking down the streets of Geneva, and then you walk in and you're like, whoa. Where am I? And I think your store does that really well. I try to do that with my store a little bit. But I think that this has its own potential. I want it to be flowery, romantic. Immersive.
Luxe.
We're doing an exercise here of how many words describe our vibe.
What are the brand values, as Kyle would say?
Yeah. So that's something in the abstract that I am looking for in my sales floor, but I'm also looking for ease of shopping. I don't like going into a space. I don't like going into a sales floor that I feel like I'm going to break something. Mm-hmm. I don't like going into a sales floor that I feel like is so, we touched on this the other day, is so curated that you can't mess anything up.
Yes. Well, that's from Why We Buy. I read that, like, I don't remember, it's been so many years since I read it, and I can't remember exactly what the lesson is, but it's sort of like, if a display is too perfect, you're in trouble. In a slightly imperfect, I will never fill up a shelf so that all the bottles or whatever, all the books are perfectly in order.
Right.
I'll always have one thing out of order because it's somehow more inviting.
Yeah.
It feels more lived in, more natural,
right.
less curated, less fussy,
right.
less pretentious.
And if you want to touch something, that's the one that you touch.
And
the one that's kind of like sticking out.
It gives you permission.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you touch something, you're more likely to buy it.
Yeah. So this is what I want. I think this is what I want out of this episode. I want to, this is definitely shop talk, and I hope that it's relatable for some of the shopkeepers that listen in. I kind of want to know what your secrets are. I kind of want to know what your
my personal secrets
are. Yeah, your personal secrets, Beth. No, I want to know what our shop.
My professional secrets.
I see you have a little book there full of your secrets. But is there anything through the years that our listeners have found to be true, like little tricks like that they notice on their sales floor that now they just do?
Yeah.
As a matter of course. And I don't want I just make sure all the items are facing forward and I pull them to the front. I want your weird answers, like leaving one thing messy so that you can grab it. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, you stole that, Beth, so you have to come up with your own. But that's kind of, I would love to hear some of that. If anybody has anything that comes to mind as you're listening to this, send us a message, DM us, slide into our DMs. That's what I want.
So as we're designing our sales floor, we're thinking about our budget, which is a little bit tighter than I'd want it to be.
Of course.
In a dream world.
I'd want it to be many millions that we could pour into this.
But we're on a slightly tighter budget than that.
Slightly. Only 1 million.
We're thinking about how to fill out the space because, as you said, it's been sold down quite a bit as the former owners were getting ready to transition out. A lot of stuff was marked down considerably, and so the sales floor is pretty bare right now. We're thinking about our own kind of identity and sorting that out in real time right now. And I don't know, price point is going to be a difficult thing. I think we want a range. We want it to feel accessible for people, but we also want to have really special things that you can't find just anywhere. So those are going to be more expensive. So.
Yeah. We want it to feel really special. And not for nothing, but flowers are special, and flowers are not the cheapest thing in the world. So I want there to be items that if you're kind of spending all your cookies on flowers, you can get another little trinket and not feel like you're absolutely breaking the bank. But if you're the guy who comes in and you're like, what do I get my wife that I love so much? No limits. We can put something together. So nice.
All right, let's bring it back to the mechanic shop.
Okay.
Because you know how you said that, both of us could smell the mechanic shop when you...
Right.
Yeah. I really feel like one of the most important principles when you're designing a sales floor is to be aware of the sensory things like smell.
Yes.
Texture. We talked about picking up things.
Right.
But music is super important.
Music. And I know we're just kind of springboarding off the smell thing. One of the things I hear the most at my store, both of them, they're in 2 different locations. They're in 2 different buildings. Oh, it smells so good in here.
Yeah.
I hear that almost every day. And there is a smell associated with my sales floor that is not the same as yours. And it's a good smell, not a bad smell.
Not the farting customers.
Not the farting customers. But yeah, what does it smell like?
Yeah, I think I've said before, the only reason to not shop on your computer is to go and have an experience and be immersed in a world. So the immersive part, I think, is really important, but it's more than what you can see.
So what are we playing on what music are we playing on our sales floor?
A million years ago, I read something that businesses that play classical music are likely to have more dollars per transaction than otherwise. But I don't know if that's
aged.
A cause or a correlation. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Like if you're a fancy place, you already have customers that are going to spend more.
Right.
And your music might reflect
you might
what
be
you
playing
Vivaldi. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you're selling fine goods, just in general.
But we might have to lean towards it, Marilla.
Out of our 3 establishments, this is the one where we could throw a little. We could hit him with a little Beethoven.
Maybe not something quite so dark.
Okay,
well, sometimes
fine.
he's joyful.
How about
joyful? We adore thee.
How about a little Chopin?
I'm fine with a little Chopin.
All right,
just a touch.
We'll sprinkle some Chopin, and we'll track our sales on the Chopin. Chopin for Tuesdays. We'll have Kelly start his radio station out the back also.
This reminds me of something else, though, because classical music can be very relaxing. And I have a bookstore.
Yeah.
I have run a bookstore for many, many years.
Yeah.
And I used to have reading chairs. People expect to find reading chairs in a bookstore sales floor. And those have been removed.
Yes.
And the reason that they have been removed is because I get people literally falling asleep in them.
Oh, you sales floor too hard.
Right.
You accommodated
too hard. They want to read the book. They don't want to buy it. They just want to read it. So they sit down with the book and they fall asleep.
Of course.
And that's not allowed. You can't.
No.
You cannot come into my store and sleep.
That conversion takes too much time.
It is awkward when I have to wake you up
It's so awkward.
because I'm closing now.
Especially
Sorry.
when they draw you into their arms and they say, hello, darling.
Yes, they want a spoon.
Yeah. So, yes. And that's part of the sales floor experience. Okay. How far is too far in like accommodating your customer because you want it to be very comfortable, but you don't want them to stay all day.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because bringing it back to the mechanic, that's the kind of place that a regular would hang out all day.
Yeah. Well, the owner's trying to fix a car or two.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I have that with some at my store. I've got a couple local yokels that will just stick around for hours. And the dearest one in my mind is named Ernie, and he has now become an unofficial helper outer. So he will help us out around the store if he's camping out. But sometimes you have to be aware of how welcoming you're engineering your space to be. Because if you're a retail space, you do have to convert customers.
Well, even if you're a restaurant.
Or a restaurant, you have to convert.
Yeah.
So, a restaurant's a good example.
Right. Like you want people to come in and be comfortable, but if you can't turn the table.
And you want them to order another drink. And you want them to stay for dessert.
Which is conflicting.
But you don't want them to stay, but you want them to eat fast. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. And with the music, I just thought of a retail trick of mine that I've learned over the years. I don't know if it's tried and true, but I do not play even though we're like a cool and like eco-friendly, you would think we'd be playing some acoustic sounds, some covers, acoustic covers.
Like coffee house radio.
I do not allow coffee house radio.
No, it's the worst.
In my shops.
No.
People do not buy in a retail shop when coffee house radio is playing. I don't know what it is. It's too relaxing. Or it's too
annoying.
I would say so, but not everyone thinks that. I think it's too relaxing. It's too chill. I have the best days of sales when I pick something that is relaxing, but like a little up. Whether that's jazzy, whether that's disco, whether that's whatever it is, it's got to be a little up for sales to like, for people to really convert and grab something. I don't know. That's my theory. That's my trick. I don't know.
Wow. Well, all you can do is play around.
All you can
find
do.
out.
Yeah.
Or it could be something as subtle as maybe you're a better salesperson.
Right.
When
Got a little
music.
pep in your step.
Yes.
When Diana Ross is.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you track that?
You don't. It's almost like the superstition of shopkeepers. There is a science to merchandising and there is a science to sales floors, but there's also a level of superstition, I think, that we all have our little like throw salt over our shoulder for a good sales day.
Yeah. I think, there are some establishments that play certain kinds of music that I just find so out of alignment with my well-being.
Yeah.
That I'm out of alignment with, let's say, that
Yeah.
I don't enjoy being there and I'll leave faster. So.
Right. And then there's moments where you walk into a store and the music is so out of, or so good.
Yeah.
I was going to say so out of alignment with what you perceive the store to be. Like you think about that too. Like we're probably, for an example, we're making this beautiful flower shop, flowers and gifts and fripperies.
Yes.
We're probably not going to be playing alt rock.
No.
Or screamo, if you will.
Yeah.
Is that what
No screamo.
Screamo. Yeah, screamo.
But have you ever been into a place and the music is so good that you're so busy singing along that you're not even shopping?
I'm unbearable.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine? I'm bad. And that also is my store. People will come in and I'm singing.
Yes.
And so thus they have permission to sing. And there are moments where we're both singing and I'm like, is this weird? Nah.
I told you about the review that's more about us, the employees singing in the store
yes.
than the actual store.
And you still haven't started your band.
No.
One day.
Media darlings.
One day. What else
Yeah.
are you thinking about sales floor?
Well, not to bring it back to my vacation again that I keep going on and on about.
Yeah, all this vacation, this wonderful time off that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Must be nice.
But I went into a bunch of bookstores, and especially used and rare bookstores because that's my jam.
Right.
And my used and rare bookstore is like pretty curated and neat,
Right.
neatly arranged. But there's this idea that used bookstores can be just like pits of chaos. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And there can be piles of books on the floor, and there
Right.
can be dangerously tall bookshelves that are about to
Yes.
cave over on you. Antique stores will sometimes do this too. It's
Yes.
just like so much chaos.
Right.
And it's hard to take a store seriously for me. And I don't know.
It cheapens it.
Yeah.
I think it cheapens it. Those are the stores you expect to be able to go in and buy penny books.
Yes. And it doesn't look like there's any kind of editing going on. It doesn't look like there's any kind of care, like maintenance. Does that
Yeah,
does
they
that make
just
sense?
get another box of books and they just add it to the pile.
Yes.
And it's up to you, the customer, to figure. And some people love that.
Yeah,
Some
I
people
guess so.
absolutely love that. So know your customer.
That's it. That's it. Because there are people, you're right, that just be
Right.
overwhelmed with delight about having to
Poke
paw through.
Yes. Yes. It's not me.
It's not me either. And I think maybe it's because I tend to be a little intense about how things are arranged on my sales floor.
So to see someone thriving with just piles of books on the floor is insulting.
But also, you sell a lot of food. You have to think about cleanliness
Oh my
and
God,
organization, and even maintaining expiration dates.
I mean,
requires you
not-
to know where stuff is.
Right. Not for nothing. In now the realm of refill stores, and again, I'm not going to go on a tangent on this, but I think very almost neurotically about my arranging and the cleanliness and the customer ease, like the experience, the utility of my sales floor, because there are a lot of health food stores that you will walk in that offer refills that I would not refill out of.
Oh, yeah.
Because they are gross.
Yeah.
So,
You know, I still just want to bring it back to the actual layout. We keep
Right.
going off on tangents.
I know.
So I just want to mention an experience I had one time where I had a new little baby.
okay.
So you know this was a while ago for me, but it's pretty current for you.
Right.
And I was out shopping with a friend who also had a new little baby.
Okay.
And so we were pushing our strollers around, and we opened the front door to a store, and a salesperson about like jumped on us, be like, "No strollers are allowed." And I don't know if that's because they thought we were going to be
What?
stuffing it with, stolen items.
Stolen items, yeah.
But I was kind of shocked, and she's like, "We don't want you knocking into our displays." And
Dang.
so I, when I was setting up my sales floor, thought to myself, I'm definitely going to have room for strollers.
Yeah, but
You
do
know,
you have room for a double
Wide stroller, that might be a failing on my part, but you manage to get in and out of there all the time with your babies.
I do. Your store is double wide stroller approved.
But it was important to me to always instill when I do it, when I rearrange the furniture, I'm like, can a stroller get through here?
Well, talking nuts and bolts, when you
Yeah.
are designing your sales floor, technically, I don't know if this is everywhere, but in New York State, you are supposed to be able to make it wheelchair accessible.
Of
It's
course.
supposed to
Yes,
be
of
accessible.
course.
And if it's wheelchair accessible, should be stroller accessible.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, you shouldn't be turning strollers away, and you shouldn't be turning wheelchairs away.
Of course.
Technically, that is something you're supposed to do. So that's something that you have to think about, and we have to think about in rearranging our storefront. We can't just go willy-nilly. There's like real rules.
Actual laws.
We could go to jail.
Yeah. But also, you've been shopping in a store where if you can't easily pass by somebody in an aisle, that feels
Well,
yucky.
it's like the road rage of shopping.
Talk about it.
Like, I mean, my beloved father-in-law will often take to Facebook to rant about a slow-moving shopper at the supermarket. You can't quite get around them, and they're ahead of you, and you need to get to a certain thing. And it's awkward. And then some people that just causes rage to boil up. Mm-hmm. And perhaps sometimes there's confrontations. I haven't witnessed it yet, but I hope to one day.
We haven't really solved a problem today. We've talked.
We don't do that on this podcast.
There is no advice.
we just yap about business things. And I think we've accomplished that.
Okay.
But what else is on your heart?
Well, I don't know. It's just like I get so often asked myself how we choose things, where we find things, how we, build the store, like the nuts and bolts of it.
Right.
And that's kind of what I was hoping for from this episode.
Okay.
And I don't know if we achieved it.
Well, let's distill.
It might be because it's too big a topic.
Ooh, well, that's fair. But I think certain things can be distilled. You want your sales floor layout to reflect your brand, so that might impact the candles you're burning, or, the incense you have out, or whatever. The smell, it might impact the, color on the wall. We got to talk about that. Mm-hmm. Side note. It's going to impact the type of shelving. Mm-hmm. Are you thrifting your shelving? Are you buying shelving new? Like, that's going through our brains right now. You have to make sure that you have to think about whether you're engineering your traffic in a way like we talked about the other day. Do we have our sales counter at the front or at the back? Mm-hmm. Have we landed on a decision?
I know what I'm leaning towards.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's something to think about. And there's not a lot of wrong answers, but like you said, they have to be intentional answers. Mm-hmm. Because the customer is going to feel that when they walk in the door. Mm-hmm. I think that's the why behind the intention. It's like if you just, the haphazard bookstore, you don't go in there intentionally looking for one particular book. You just go in there hoping to find a nugget of gold in the river. Mm-hmm. And I want our store to be a place where you go in with an intention to find a very specific
certain thing. And it's easy to find, and that's exactly perfect.
And maybe you get to chat up a delightful storekeeper.
But not for too long.
And you definitely get to have your gifts wrapped if you want them.
If you are a listener who's not necessarily a shop girl like we are,
right?
I bet you have behaviors in stores that you're not even aware of. Yeah. And I bet wherever you're shopping, the owner has intention that you're not necessarily conscious of.
Right.
But I think after I read Why We Buy, shopping became a lot more interesting, not necessarily because of the stuff and the opportunity to buy stuff, but to think about different store layouts and, what mind is at work behind this decision or that decision.
Right.
Now we're going to have listeners come into our flower shop and be like, oh, well, that was a swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Nice try, ladies.
And our other shops.
That's true.
We're revealing our secrets.
Yeah.
And our intentions.
Vulnerabilities.
What are your intentions with my daughter? There's some kind of joke there about retail and customers, and we'll get there. Yeah. So I guess to be continued. This whole season is going to be a little bit of a to be continued, I feel like.
This whole season is a little bit of flying by the seat of our pants, like what's going on today in the flower shop.
Right.
What's on our mind? What problem are we trying to solve? And can we make an episode out of that?
Yeah. And
that
today
feels meaningful to the listener.
Right. And today it's sales floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sales floor. So follow us to find out what's next. Send us your today in retails. Mm-hmm. Tell us who's farting in your store. And
also rate it. Like super bad fart is like a 10.
Yeah.
It was just a little toot.
And keep an eye on tyfupod.com for the little poop emoji signs.
5 minutes.
Yeah. See you next time.
Okay, bye.
We chat about the biz, it is the way it is. Thank you for understanding.
We sincerely thank you for understanding. Please visit us at tyfupod.com to learn more about the show, share prompt ideas, or tell us about your own small business experiences. We may include your story in a future episode. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube at tyfupod or at tyfupod.com. Our theme music was composed by Marilla Gonzalez. The show is produced by Kelly Walker. Too bad for Kelly Walker.
Honestly, I'm hearkening back.
No, I know, but we edited that out.
Oh, it's a secret story.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. You don't get to hear about that.